I am resident of caller for YouTube Jewel States. That's my buddy Patrick McCray, my buddy Alan Gallant. We're here to review Batman versus Superman: The Dawn of Shit. I mean, The Dawn of Justice. Uh, this movie is directed by Zack
You have it
Snyder,
going.
uh, written by Chris Terra, David S. Goer, produced by Charles Robin. Deborah Snyder. Actually, Deborah Snyder, I think, passed away sometime during this because I know Zack Snyder had to leave because she
He left
passed.
during post-production. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
D. Snyder took over.
Somebody did. Cinematographer is Larry Fawn. Edited by David Brenner. Music by Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL. No, I'm not making that up. Uh, Distributed by Warner Brothers. Now, the production companies, I've never read this, but this is one that's good. Warner Brothers Pictures,
I think.
Rat Pack Doom, Entertainment, DC Entertainment, Atlas Entertainment, Cruel and Unusual Films. Bush release dates March 19th, 2016. On the Deterio March 25th, 2016, United States. Budget 250 to 325 million. Box office $874.4 million. Guys, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this movie, Alan?
Okay, so there are things I like about this movie, and there are things I do not like about this movie. First of all, the scissors means cut at least a half an hour out of this film. Okay, it's much too long. Maybe that would have happened if Zach had not had to leave, or maybe it wouldn't have. Just to be
No, I
fair,
don't.
probably wouldn't, but because he does like longer cuts. Um, but and then there's Jesse Eisenberg, which I described to Patrick in a missive earlier as the atomic whinge, because Eisenberg's a good actor. He is of a certain type, and Lex Luthor is not of that type in my estimation. So we didn't like that too much. Did like the fact that it was a visitation to the '90s comic book, The Death of Superman, and
Yeah, I like that part.
all of that sort of thing, and Doomsday. But they could have gotten to that much quicker. They could have gotten to Doomsday much
Sure, I
quicker.
mean, let that be the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I didn't mind the idea of the two of them clashing, and they gave Bruce Wayne a reason to resent him and all this sort of thing. And yes, Wayne is an obsessive personality, so I could see that happening. And I did like the turn when he mentions the name Martha, because both their mothers' names was Martha, and that in a melodramatic way, I could see that sort of jerking him out of his black vengeance mood. Bruce Wayne, that is. But again, a lot of stuff could have been truncated and pulled together and made more efficient in order to have these things happen. Um, they they recapped a whole bunch of stuff at the beginning of this film, which they typically want to do with almost every film. Although it wasn't as bad with this film as it has been in previous films. You have to kind of look past the first 10 minutes of the film because it's going to be about, yada yada. Most of them are about recapping Kal-El's origin. But this one they kind of blew
Yeah,
through.
because no one's ever heard of Superman. No
Right,
one's ever
right.
heard of Batman. Who are these people?
This
Why am
one
I
was
seeing them?
Right. This one was less so of that, obviously, but they did go back and show you the entire. Well, they showed you that battle, but of course, at least they showed it from the perspective of Bruce Wayne, which made it a little different.
Yeah.
So that was, okay, but it goes on too long. I don't like. I don't think they had to hit people over the head by blowing up the Capitol, to make people PO'd at Superman. There's a natural paranoia. The guy's got more power than, a nuclear bomb. So,
Pelosi told them not to have those guards at the
right,
Capitol.
right, right. Um, but Eisenberg, I could accept him as a villain, but just not Lex Luthor necessarily. That's all. So that was a little sour.
I
Always
don't
like
think it
seeing
gave anyone Lex Luthor they needed.
right. I didn't mind the last one. He was okay, young, but still obsessed.
Wait, who
And
was the last one?
the last one was the guy who came up with the sort of the clone of Superman to fight Superman. It
Where
was
was that? Was that in Superman 4?
that no, that was in the very latest Superman.
Man of Steel? I don't
Yeah.
even remember.
Now
We just what?
it's the one with Crypto in it.
Oh, the most recent one.
The very most
Oh,
recent.
yeah, he was okay.
Yeah, he was okay. I could buy into that because he's resentment and the whole thing. This whole thing with Jesse Eisenberg becoming bald at the end because they shave his head. Come on, folks. Everybody knows it was a experiment that went awry, and that's why he friggin' lost all of his hair, and that's why
Sure.
he's mad at Superman. Or something similar to that at least. So
Or he
yeah,
just was bald.
yeah,
Like Gene Hackman.
he's legitimately bald. Yes. Um, so this, too long, whiny Lex Luthor, not getting to Death of Superman quite quickly enough. So I will, definitely say that makes it a bit draggy. The good stuff is, of course, Amy Adams is back. Always, always gonna like. This guy is my favorite Superman, other than Chris Reeves.
You need to see Superman and Lois. You really do.
I know, I haven't seen it, so
He's so good.
I have to qualify. So, but yeah, so that's in a huge nutshell. Maybe a butternut shell of the things that are pluses and minuses for me.
Patrick, what are your thoughts on this movie?
It is saved by the last reel, which is unbelievably emotional. It was stunningly emotional for me. I was just a wreck. I really was. I just came off it, and I was just a shambles for the whole thing. But boy, it takes a lot of other reels
Time
to
to
get
get there.
there.
Yeah.
Holy cow! And sometimes, sometimes when you've gone through a horrible experience, the end of it, no matter what happens, is going to leave you a shambles. You're going to be a wreck.
Either shambles or
Maybe
relief.
it's a testament to that.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe.
wow. I mean, it's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's ironic. Snyder, obviously, that's his favorite reel.
Yes.
That's the one he wanted to do because his Snyder cut is basically 4 hours of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, boy, it's not a party until Zack Snyder shows up. Good
Well, see,
Lord.
I think he enjoys a good story, but he enjoys too much of the minutia of the story.
I think so.
Yeah, he's too detailed in some areas, and it leaves other things wanting because of it.
So yeah, yeah. Imagine what a Zack Snyder cut of Jaws would be.
Pulling the shark's teeth one at a time.
Lord. So yeah, I mean, I remember when I saw Batman '89, which I know, and I know it's a movie you're fond of, and
Mhm.
I was not. And I remember my mentor Carl, who forgot more about movies than I'll ever know. He summed his feelings up on that movie by saying it really needed more Biff, Bam, and Pow.
Mhm.
And I would say the same for this.
Mhm.
There is, you know, people when they go to a comic book, maybe it's different now in a post Frank Miller world, but for me, when we would go to a comic book, yes, we went for the grand drama, and we went for the gods among us kind of quality, and we went for the heartbreak that Stan Lee delivered every single issue. But we also went for a lot of joy, for joy in four colors.
Even some satire at times.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
And when you excise that, you're left with a three-legged table. I mean, it's you are you are bereft of the very reason. I mean, comic books, they're paper cinema. And as I've said before, why do movies exist? Movies exist to pick up the slack when real life leaves us bereft. And that you've got to have that too.
Mm-hmm.
Val, please stop.
In those stories. Yeah.
You've got to have you've got to have the twinkle in Kirk's eye when he takes off his glasses and says, "Here it comes."
Yeah.
In Star Trek 2.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to have Kirk saying, "I don't like to lose." Those moments of intense joy. And if you don't have that twinkle in your eye, you can deliver the heartbreak of the last reel, but you never really feel like you've earned it.
Right.
And that may be too abstract. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think there was a variety that what you're talking about here is, and that is another thing that needs to be tempered a little bit more in some of these latter day films. Some of them, not all of them, but and that is that Frank Miller darkness, which was very unique and very novel in 1990 through 1995. It really was. It was interesting because it was so different. But now,
1986 through 1995.
yeah. But it's been around a long time now, and it doesn't fully tell the story by itself.
And even in the Dark Knight, there were such thick moments. I'm talking about the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
There were such thick moments of cockeyed satire, mean spirited cockeyed satire. You could tell Miller was giggling, and I was giggling.
The only place I see that in this movie is Alfred.
Oh, Alfred's great.
He's so snide. It's like, oh my God, one can only dream. He's trying to get him off of this revenge motif.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot for Alfred to have to deal with day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel this movie's biggest problem is it looked like it didn't know what it wanted to be. At times, it didn't know whether it wanted to be Batman versus Superman or Superman, the death of Superman. Times.
Yeah, and that's the lengthiness of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, that's why we're getting.
Think of what this movie. I know titles don't do everything. The titles do a lot. If this movie had been called World's Finest.
See, I want him to make a Batman movie where he is back to being the world's greatest detective. And not some guy that just
world's greatest
crap out of everybody. Yes, certainly you need that action. It's going to be expected, but to have him work in the Batcave and have all of his stuff, and they do a little bit of that here, but really Alfred's doing most of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The best Batman versus Superman we ever got was in the cartoons when Kevin Conroy's Batman met up with Tim Daly's Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the best thing we got. And it was basically Batman coming to Gotham, following Joker because he stole kryptonite. And Batman says, Batman had a little bit of kryptonite. He goes, it doesn't take much, does it? Well, Joker's got a lot of this.
Right.
And showing him, hey, I can get to you just as easily as you can get to me. I get this movie delivers that message in a different way.
I do like the suit of armor because that's smart. That makes sense. Batman's going to come after him and be stupid about it.
Yeah, I do think they show Bruce Wayne as intelligent as Batman.
So well, he's the technology too, because he's this wealthy guy.
Yeah,
he's got this great technology.
Yeah, well, what's your superpower? I'm rich.
Right.
Right.
That's it, man.
That comes in the next movie. So,
Mhm.
but which is funny, but I think that's my biggest issue with this movie is, and yeah, Jesse Eisenberg, good actor, good actor. If I'm casting an evil Lex Luthor, I'm gonna phone up Tobin Bell and have him play Lex
Oh,
Luthor.
you like
Oh,
that?
what a
Absolutely.
choice!
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
because he's evil, he's got the voice, and he knows how to do it. That's where I would go. Or if you want to stick in horror, I'm going to go Robert Englund because he would have made a lot of sense too. But no, they don't do that. They cast a. I get he's not a kid in this movie, but he looks like a kid.
Well,
You got
he's in his early 30s here, I
Yeah,
think, or he's not yet 35. I know that
right.
at that point because he's only 42 now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah. He's not that old in this movie, but
Denver alive when they made this?
what's that?
Was Bob Denver alive when they made this? He would have been an amazing Lex Luthor.
Skipper!
oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't love this movie. I don't love watching it. I don't love watching the extended cut either. Uh,
No.
it's
Can't even
not.
imagine.
Yeah,
The
I
don't.
can't.
4-hour Magnum cut.
Yes.
It's like going to a buffet. You find out is 3 times as long, but 2 of those parts are just human excrement and
It's right.
food tables.
The beef Wellington is gristle.
I God damn it, no.
The best things we get in this movie uh, are these is the setup to the fight between Batman versus uh because again it's Batman hates him
But
for because he's an alien.
but it's a
And
big
yeah, there's that. There's a bigotry involved, but there's also the whole thing. They do set up his resentment of
Yes, they
it
do.
in that they do a good job. But
Yes. Yeah.
here's here's the thing. The very flaw is in the title because you know that it can't last. You know it's based on a misunderstanding, and you know that it can't last. So we're just kind of waiting for them to stop, fighting and
right,
team up to deal with the real bad guy.
right, right. And not only that, but with the dawn of justice, of course, that's the JLA. Come on,
Yeah.
who's the
Yeah.
head of the JLA? I mean, let's come over to my place and we'll have a meeting. It's Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the JDL.
JDL.
Yeah, let's have the JDL instead. They get things done. They're my guys.
I do love the introduction of Wonder Woman into this movie. I think that was
I
really well
love
done.
Gal Gadot. And I
Yeah.
don't like her politics that much, but I do enjoy watching her as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's beautiful, and she's got the chops for it. I mean, she used to train people in self-defense and military tactics when she was in the Israeli military. So she actually, she's this slender model type, but you wouldn't mess with her. You would not mess with her. She has that
Yeah.
confidence.
I'm a Lucy Lawless man.
Well, I'm a Lucy Lawless man too. I have like variety. So
There is no, there's just something a little pointier about Lucy Lawless that I appreciate. I can't explain what it is.
well, she's more well, particularly when she was in, of course, the series that made her famous. She's much more aggressively, and also she's an adventurous, and her sexuality is not, it's not like I am going to be black or white here. They point up that there's a non-binary aspect to her, which makes her very interesting. Um, yeah, I love that series. Um, and God help me, before I knew who Kevin Sorbo was, I would watch that show once in a while too.
Yeah, didn't he turn out to be some weird like neo-Christian nut job or something?
Well, not so bad as Jim Caviezel, but yes, he did.
Well, yeah, but look how
Nobody's that bad.
the picture. I mean, you kind of, if Mel is going to choose him,
Uh-huh.
there's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, guys, the development in August 2001, Andrew Kevin Walker was hired by Warner Brothers after pitching the studio an idea titled Batman vs. Superman, attaching Wolfgang Peterson as director. Walker's draft was thought of as too dark by the studio, who hired Akivia Goldsman to do a rewrite, which was codenamed Asylum. Warner Brothers wanted Johnny Depp as Batman and Josh Hartnett as Superman. Filming was to start in early 2003, with plans for a 5 to 6 month shoot, and release date was set for the summer of 2004. In late 2002, Peterson, however, put the project on hold to make Troy, and Warner Brothers quickly developed Catwoman, starring Halle Berry, as a replacement for the project. In August 2008, the studio's president of production, Jeff Robinoff, admitted had Superman worked in 2006 with Superman Returns, we would have had a movie for Christmas of this year in 2009. Now, the plan is just to reintroduce Superman without regard to a Batman and Superman movie at all. So in June 2013, around the time of Man of Steel's release, the studio announced that director Zack Snyder and screenwriter David S. Goyer would return for a sequel, with the studio considering a 2015 release. The following month, Snyder confirmed at San Diego Comic-Con that a follow-up to Man of Steel would be Batman vs. Superman, featuring Superman and Batman meeting for the first time on film. Goyer and Snyder would co-write the story, and Goyer would write the script. Christopher Nolan was involved in an advisory role as executive producer. Snyder and Nolan considered having Man of Steel share continuity with Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy, but ultimately decided against it, given The Dark Knight Rises ended in 2012, with John Blake, played by Josh Gordon-Levitt, taking over as Batman for Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale. Snyder agreed that the connection between the two franchises could have complicated things for Batman vs. Superman, as audiences would commonly expect to see Bruce Wayne slug it out with Superman. According to Snyder, the film would take inspiration from the comic book The Dark Knight Returns. Oh, gosh.
You mentioned something interesting here, and I risk becoming a broken record with it, but I'll break that record. You brought up Catwoman, and I think of all these modern superhero movies, which are so dreary, and I think of Catwoman, and I can't accuse it of that. And I remember when I went to see Catwoman, it wasn't good, but I didn't dislike any of it. It was consistently goofy, but I kind of was okay going along with it. Not the Catwoman movie I would have wanted to see, but
Michelle Pfeiffer ruined it for me. Yeah, you mean Michelle Pfeiffer ruined it for me because she was so freaking good. I loved her performance.
She was good, but so was Julie Newmar. I mean,
Well, I'm talking cinema rather than television.
Yeah, but I mean,
I love Eartha Kitt and Julie Newmar and all that.
They weren't going to get Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't even know if they tried. That it was its own animal. I mean, I get. Yeah, would it have been a great movie with him? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A million.
I don't think she would have done it again. She really hated that costume. Really hated that costume. Yeah.
Was it just uncomfortable?
It was really uncomfortable. Yeah.
Okay. Body paint.
Yeah.
Anyway. The answer. Michelle figured it out.
The answer is always body paint.
Hey, listen, if it's good enough for Rebecca Romaine,
mm-hmm.
It's good enough for me. And that's how I'll appear soon.
Yeah, but she's playing a character that can shape shift. And is good.
Yeah, but we don't care about those moments.
She was shapely shifting is what she was doing.
Yeah. Mystique. Oh my gosh.
Joel, can we get you into that body paint?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for that. I think my biggest issue with superhero movies, and I've said this a long time ago on Facebook. Not every character in DC or Marvel needs their own movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just senseless. Do I think Clayface No, I don't think Clayface needs his own movie.
Yeah,
Do I think
Marvel is really kind of. I
No.
mean, Marvel's done better with that with television limited series than they have with films.
Yeah, they have. Do I think Catwoman needs her own movie? No. Do I think uh, what was it? The vampire from Marvel needed his own movie? No, I don't.
Morbius, yeah.
They made them.
Morbius, yeah, I don't. I don't think it needed its own movie.
Right.
Did you
I
see
don't.
it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I
How
don't.
was it?
It was horrible. Do you think Craven needed his
Jared
own movie?
Leto, say no more.
Do I think Craven needed his own movie? No, I do
Did
not.
he get his own movie?
Yes,
Where the hell have I
yes.
been?
I don't know, but don't go there. Don't go there at all.
You've been avoiding not
Bad
only
movies.
morally ambiguous but morally reprehensible characters.
I even got through the Eternals.
Yeah.
Look,
Let me tell you, that was a movie aptly named, just like Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
Aptly, God, it went on forever.
On and on and on.
God, yes. Oh, what a terrible movie.
Look, I watched those movies solely for the sake to say I watched them.
Sure.
And I regret saying that here today. But I do. There's things I like about this movie. I do like most of the cast. I think most everybody did a great job. Gal Gadot, Superman, Batman, they all did a good job. I didn't love the Lex Luthor cast, but he looks too young. I mean, I get what they're going for: young, rich, arrogant, egotistical. Get it. But just
you can do that with a 40-year-old. I mean,
yeah, you can. That's just it. You can do that with a 40-year-old or anybody
with no hair because Lex Luthor is freaking bald.
Yeah, that's.
The wacky thing is that this was made after Bald Chic came in.
It's true. It's true. It's true. You had a lot of film stars that were either stubble cut or completely bald at this point in time.
Yeah, not just Persis Kambata.
No, Bruce Willis for the full second half of his career was essentially bald. Sometimes he has stubble cut, but most of the time it's completely bald. What's his name? The guy that did Riddick and
Vin.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Also,
he's his entire career shaved his head before
Yeah. No, I could have seen him as a Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be a different kind. He'd be like a physically imposing Lex Luthor,
Well, the John Burton Lex Luthor was physically imposing.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
So, guys, favorite scenes in this movie?
The last reel.
Yeah, it's the battle and it's the fallout from the feud, and then the battle.
It's you.
Yeah, mine's the credits. So
fair enough.
It is. When this movie ended, I was happy. I was happy.
Hans Zimmer's music is okay, right?
The music of this movie is really good. I will give it that.
Well, Hans Zimmer is a genius as far as I'm concerned.
I will never, for most superhero movies, I will never complain about the soundtrack because usually that is well done.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie, it drags. It's long, and I mean not even the longer version. The normal version.
The 2.5-hour version is also too long.
Yeah, and whatever you do. Would I tell you to buy a bad movie? I'd rather see you buy this bad movie than watch it with commercials to make it even longer. Okay.
Thank God we're now past the ABC Sunday Night Movie era where they did have a theatrical movie and they would fill it in. A James Bond movie would take 3 hours and all of that.
Tonight's fiasco.
Yeah.
Live and Let Die over 4 hours long.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I miss the silliness of that. I miss being a kid in that era.
Well, they would show like upcoming attractions, the competition of the stars or Circus of the Stars or something else would be coming up.
Catherine was on Battle for the Network Stars.
Yes, yeah.
She swam.
Yep.
See,
My
they need
favorite, my favorite one was Gabe Kaplan.
Gabe Kaplan. Man,
beating
don't fuck with Gabe Kaplan.
No, because he was actually a runner in high school
Yes, he
apparently,
was. He was a
and
jock.
Bob.
He handed some jock actor his lunch.
It was Bob.
Bob Conrad.
Yeah, Bob Conrad. And Bob Conrad never got over that. He
Again, the
never
JDL.
got over that.
Always trust the JDL
Yeah.
to the rescue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they need to bring back the ABC movie just for movies like this.
Yeah.
And so when they do the
It's
lead
gonna take
in,
weeks.
they do the lead in.
Seriously.
Like, hey, we can't. They do the news first. Like, good night, America, because our movie's too long.
See you at 3 a.m.
See you at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's true. We've talked about this before too. Going back to the era of hour and a half to 100-minute movies would really be a great idea, I think.
Oh, I miss when we did the James Bond movies.
Mm-mm.
I had fun with all of those.
Oh yeah,
I did.
yeah.
That's a tribute to those producers. I wish they hadn't have sold it to Amazon.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath over that one.
Like you talk, who's the new James Bond? Who cares?
Well, at this point, nobody. So.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's true.
Well, if the video game's any sign of things, yeah, you're right.
Was the video game bad?
It was bad. It was not good.
What was wrong with it?
It was a James Bond Jr.
No. No
James
one wants
So
that.
it's already had the fecal touch of Jeff Bezos. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently, if that game is any indication, that's come out recently, right?
Yeah, because I don't know why they made the decision to go, because when you look at Bond, literally looks like the James Bond Jr. from the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so young. It's basically a prequel game. And it's like, why? And you would think when you have Lenny Kravitz, you're going to have him do the soundtrack. No, they have him as the villain.
No. I remember, I think it was Brian Posehn who was talking about the Star Wars prequels. And he said, just because you think Angelina Jolie is hot doesn't mean that you want to spend 2 hours looking at John Voight's balls. And he was right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, though?
Yes.
Yeah. I like the prequels, though, Star Wars, though. So, but yeah, that's me. I know.
Well, you're of a specific age.
That,
And no, seriously, and people your age and younger like those prequels because of when they saw them. And they intellectualize them. They actually have interesting arguments for them.
Mm-hmm. Why not? I mean, if you see cool movies, I mean, it's cool when you're growing up and seeing this stuff. It's yours. It belongs to you. So
will the sequel trilogy have that same line of apologists?
Yeah. I don't think it will, but
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I hear all these weird rumors about Lucas remaking things and just
Okay. Moving on.
Well, maybe, it's been 50 years. All right. 50 years is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Scale 1 to 10 for this movie, guys?
I'll give it a 7 because of some of the performances in it, and also because of that final reel.
Yeah, I'll give it a 5. Yeah, which is more than I could give it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gave it my time. That's good enough. That's what I'm gonna say to you. I will say this. I'll give the actors a lot of credit. They gave the time, and the fact that they did it for whatever reason, did an extended cut. God help us. I will give it right at 5 1/4. Again, the actors did a good job. I'm not going to fault them. But
I give no quarter.
Right. I'll give it 5 1/4. That's it. I'll go up a 5 1/4.
Guys, I'm going to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
I need a sorbet.
You need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, and there's a movie we've talked about in the past, and I'm gonna put it out there as the next thing for us to look at, if that's okay.
Sure.
Is this movie Get on the Bus? This is a Spike Lee movie.
We have talked about this before.
Is it available? Can we find it
Let me see.
down,
Right now.
down the Red Way, down the Volga? Is it?
Yes,
You
down.
know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, no,
Is it? Can we look and see if it's out there?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Joel, you'd like it. It's really good.
Oh, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, you will remember this kid, Hallie Eisenberg,
Yes.
child star, Jesse Eisenberg's sister.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know who she is.
Endless freaking dimples. She was in a lot of Pepsi commercials when she was really little.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in How to Eat Fried Worms. She's still kind of a kid at that point. She's retired from acting. She got out of the whole business. She's done some
Haley
producing
Joel
with
Eisenberg?
Jesse. What's
Are
that?
they related to Ike
Haley
Eisenberg?
Eisenberg, isn't that the little girl with the dark hair and the curls?
Yes,
She's in
Hallie.
the Pepsi
That's Hallie
commercials
Eisenberg.
too.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
she's cute.
yeah. She's absolutely cute. Cute dimples
She's
for
a little
days.
cutie.
Here she is, Julie. We'll look at the screen.
She wasn't in Curly Sue, was she?
That's her. I don't think so. I think it was another girl.
That's her all grown up on.
But she looked like
That's
that
her.
as a little kid.
That's her
I
when
mean,
she looked like she was a little kid.
Yeah,
really
she still
did.
looks like she did when she was a little
Oh, there
kid.
you go.
Yeah.
I sent you guys the movie.
Okay. So okay.
Get on the Bus?
Yeah, I sent it.
Oh,
Awesome.
it's really good. It's really good.
Awesome.
And God, Ossie Davis. If you like Ossie Davis, it is just Ossie Rama.
I don't know if anything can beat his John F. Kennedy, but
It was God, his Kennedy's amazing.
yeah.
But Ossie just has to come on screen and say a word, and you're just immediately crying. It's terrific. He's
Cool.
really good. Yeah, and the whole cast is great though, and you'll recognize almost all of these actors. And they're given good stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of the best ensemble pieces I've ever seen. And Richard Belzer is in it,
Oh, awesome.
and he's great. And Spike lets him have a legitimate moment of a philosophical stance that is allowed to be sovereign and respectable
Mm-hmm.
when it could have turned it into something else, and it didn't. And that's the Spike Lee touch that I love.
Right.
Cool. Well, we'll review that tomorrow night.
Cool.
So
That's wonderful. I need it. I need to see a good movie. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
so
These Superman movies are hit or miss, and
I
have
was the
to in
perverse
between.
architect of this.
And so
Yeah.
it's no. I mean, some of them are really good, and some of them are not.
it's not like we're blaming you.
Yeah.
I'm blaming me. I
Well, all right then.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Is there anything you guys want to add about the movie before we go?
No, not really. I think it's. I mean, the whole last reel is also an entree into the next movie. So the
Yeah, it
next
is.
superhero movie. So
I feel to touch upon this, Cavill got gypped. He gets one movie alone. That's it.
yeah, and then he's going to get. He was supposed to get more,
Yeah.
and then he didn't because they had a regime change. So yeah, I think he. But I mean, his career's doing all right. He's done a
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff. So
the new Superman they got's really good.
yeah,
I really like that guy.
yep. So do I.
He's no Robert Reed.
No, but he's got a great human touch, for a Kryptonian, and I haven't seen the Supergirl movie yet, too. I'm interested in seeing that.
I am interested in seeing that. Everything if I read just studio stuff, and if I look at the stuff on paper, leading up to its release,
Mm-hmm.
it has everything I like. And so I'm curious to see if I still like it, and if I don't, how they manage to ruin everything I like.
Yeah, and I always stay away when there's particularly when there's a woman featured as the lead in a film. I always stay away from the fanboy threads because they're terrible. It's
They
just
really are. I hate that.
so much misogynistic hate.
I don't know how fans turned into that, but
You know, I mean, if a movie's bad, it's bad, but a lot of these comments has nothing to do with the quality of the movie.
yeah, yeah,
It's like incel stuff. So
yeah, and I got a lot to say about that. But you know, that even that should become something synonymous with hate mongering. I mean, hell, incel is a term coined by a woman describing
Mhm.
herself.
yeah, yeah, involuntary celibate is what it means.
Yeah,
But it's
and that
become,
exists.
yes, it does exist. But of course, now it means bitter, misogynistic, involuntary celibate. So
Yes,
who
and
who
two
can't
different things.
figure out that it's their own damn fault. You know
Yeah.
that they're not having a sex life or whatever. So
All right, guys.
awesome.
Link to Patrick McCray's Dark Shadows Daybook is going to be in the description box. Link to Gallant 2 channel Call Sport After Dark is going to be in the description box. You guys have a safe night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome. You're welcome.
you. Bye.
God.